Alright, welcome back everyone to Jeff Comics. It is video 2 for the new Magic Gathering set, Lorwyn Eclipsed. This time we're hopping right into the collector booster box in video 2. I know I can't wait to see the incredible treatments that they put out in this set. An in-universe Magic set with great lore, great art, and I'm excited to see all the shiny, beautiful treatments that we can get, including the possibility of a serialized card in the Bitter Bloom Bearer, I believe is the name. It's Bitter Blossom on a creature. I don't know that we've gotten one on video before here. I know plenty of people have opened serialized cards in the past on other videos, but it would be great to get our first here in this video today. Oh, all right. We are in the U.S. printing order. Actually, this is made in Japan. Interesting. Apparently, the made in Japan Lorwyn Eclipsed collector booster box is in the U.S. collation now, which is interesting. I'll mock up what the Japan printing has been in the past. It's usually a little bit of note because you hop right into the greatest card right in the front, but maybe it is a little better this way. You get it right in the back this way instead. So Flitterwing Nuisance as a foil rare here. A Springleaf Parade. This is a exciting card here. 2 mana and X enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create X 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature tokens with changeling, and then all your creature tokens you control have tap to add 1 mana of any color. So even if you don't want to create any of the shapeshifters, giving your creature tokens the ability to tap for a mana, pretty solid at 2 mana. We have a Kin Scare Century in the showcase frame. Nice. A mirror form. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent, and this is a 6-drop instant. I know when I saw this card come out, I was very excited for it, so it's lovely to see in the showcase frame here. Awesome. And a Sapling Nursery. Affinity for forests, so going to be very easy to cast in the right deck. Landfall, when a land enters whenever a land you control enters, I should say. Create a 3/4 Treefolk creature token with reach. You can pay 2, exile this enchantment, and your Treefolks and forests gain indestructible until end of turn. Nice little first hit there out of pack 1 of our collector boosters. Already, that's like 2 or 3 cards that I know I personally am a big fan of and am looking to pick up. So if you're interested in the singles that you see here today, make sure to check out Jeff Comics on TCG Player. It's jeffcomics.tcgplayerpro.com for the online catalog. And of course, you can check us out in store as well, where you can get yourselves the likes of a Meek Attack, a foil mythic here, just like Sneak Attack, but only for small creatures onto the battlefield. Abundant Countryside. A Formidable Speaker. I don't remember if this is one of the crazy ones or not, but I think it might be. It is the World Championship card for Jean-Emmanuel Depraz. So that's cool. Whenever this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, you search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it to hand, shuffle. For 3 mana as a 2/4 in Standard, that is in fact a good card, and I do remember why I was interested in it, because it also has 1 in tap, untap another target permanent as well. That's going to see a lot of play in a lot of formats. Doing that to untap the likes of your One Ring in Commander, very, very strong. We have a Champions of the Shoal. Merfolk Soldier, additional cost, behold a Merfolk, exile it. Creature enters or becomes tapped. Tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. And when it leaves, return the exile card to its owner's hand. Ooh, whoa! A beautiful Japanese art here of Winnowing. 4 white sorcery. Convoke for each player. You choose a creature that player controls. Then each player sacrifices all other creatures they control that don't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. So if you're a tribal deck or kindred deck, I should say, and you're playing this, and you choose one of your many, I guess, elves if you're in like a Reese the Redeemed green-white deck, and you're playing into almost any other deck that's not fully Kindred, you're going to be wiping out a lot of their board and keeping yours around. And this is a foil full art showcase frame as well. That's pretty nice. This is lovely. Awesome hit in pack, what, 3? Pack 2? It's pack 2. That's insane. Great luck already. Let's hope we keep it up. Got ourselves a mountain. Village Prayers. Shadow Urchin. And, okay, a Deepway Navigator. We did have to have at least one slightly duddier pack to follow that up because the Winnowing is a very, very, very good hit. So yeah, we'll see what we can get next though. Lovely art for Dawn Hand Eulogist. I do want to see this in foil a little bit to show it off. Yeah, that's lovely. Morkant's Loyalist. All right. Oh, and this is the card that I was looking at earlier, I believe. In box one of our play booster boxes, I thought one of our hits was this, but it was the Golgari one instead. This is Brigid, Clawchan's Heart. When this creature enters or transforms into the front side, create a 1/1. Meh, it's fine. But at the beginning of your first main phase, you can pay a green, and if you do, you transform this into a Selvala-esque creature, Brigid Doan's Mind. Tap to add X green or X white, where X is the number of other creatures you control. And, of course, you can pay to transform it to the other side. But in my opinion, this is one of the stronger of the DFC dual-faced creature cards in the set. So that is a lovely little hit there in Brigid. Awesome. A Sinister Gnarlbark as well. End step, draw a card, blight 1. Ooh, Harmonized Crescendo. Another nice little hit. Convoke, choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. Sweet. And Adoran. Oh, whoa. I thought this was our last hit. We have Adoran, Besieged by Time. Also pretty good. Which I believe... Oh, no, we had Sapling Nursery as our start. Each creature spell with you cast with toughness greater than its power costs 1 less to cast. It's not the best of the toughness matters decks, but not too shabby. This, on the other hand, Glenelendra Guardian is very lovely in this foil here. Flash Flying, Fairy Wizard, 3/4 for 3 mana. Enters with a -1/-1 counter on it. And you can pay 1 and a blue, remove a counter from this creature, counter target non-creature spell. Its controller draws a card. Beautiful, beautiful card there. Honestly, pretty solid start to this collector booster box. Let's see. Deep Channel Duelist. Foil Plains. A Champion of the Path. We have a lot of these that are formatted very similarly, so I'm not going to go over the exact text of all these, but you have your additional cost to cast, behold creature type that it cares about, and exile it. Whenever a creature type does a thing, do something, in this case, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent when a elemental enters, and when this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. Pretty nice. Ooh, whoa. And this is one of the better hits. This is a non-foil of Ashling the Limitless from the Commander precons. So this is elemental spells you cast from your hand, have evoke 4, and whenever you sacrifice a non-token elemental, create a token that's a copy of it, gains haste until end of turn, at the beginning of your next end step, sack it unless you pay Wooburg. Lovely little hit there. Absolutely fantastic. Got ourselves another champion here. Oh, we got our first hit of the Chuck Lukic art, Ashling Rekindled and Ashling Rhyme Bound. We're gonna give this a nice look on the backside. You know, we can look at Bree first. Bree is a great card and a nice hit with the Jesper Icing art as well. But for me, I'm always gonna shout out Chuck Lukic when I can. Jesper Icing is, of course, famous in the community. I'd love if Chuck Lukic got the recognition up to that level as well, because I believe he creates some fantastic art. Of course, we have the front side of Ashling and the back side, the Rhinebound. Very lovely. Love to see it. Love Chuck's art. That's an awesome little Ashling there. Sweet. Very, very sweet. Alright, we got ourselves a Mutable Explorer that makes the Mutavault. Ooh, Eventide's Shadow. Nice. Remove any number of counters from among permanents on the battlefield. Not just that you control. You draw cards and lose life equal to the number of counters removed this way. I know a lot of people had the first thought that I was seeing online of play your Dark Depths, play this for 5 mana, remove any number of counters from among permanents you control, all 10 ice counters off of there, draw yourself 10, lose 10 life, and get yourself a 20/20 Merit Lodge. It's a pretty doable thing, I think. So I'm sure I'll I'll lose to it at some point. But fantastic little card nonetheless. I know Curious Colossus is also pretty decent. Whenever this creature enters, each creature target opponent controls loses all abilities, becomes a coward in addition to its other types, and has base power and toughness 1/1. Yep, that's it's a strong effect. It's 7 mana, but I'm sure there's a easy enough way to get this guy out there that that's gonna ruin some people's days for sure. Champion of the Weird as well. I don't know that I've seen this one. Additional cost to cast, Behold the Goblin, do the things. Okay, so same format. We're going to care about this middle part. Pay 1 life, Blight 2. Target opponent blights 2. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We got ourselves a Lava Leaper Elemental. All creatures have haste. Whenever a player taps a basic land for mana, they add an additional 1 mana. That seems pretty good. I don't know that I've seen that before either. Very nice. We have ourselves a Subterfuge with Encore. When it enters, target creature gains flying, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw that many cards until end of turn. It's a pretty good one. Like it a lot. We have ourselves another Bree of Clan Stout Arden. Of course, letting you play non-land card from the top of your library without paying its mana cost if you gain the amount of life equal to its mana cost or higher in that turn. Disruptor of Currents. Ooh. Nice art. Looks almost straight out of like Ponyo from Studio Ghibli. Flash Convoke 5 mana 3/3. When it enters a turn up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. And the Mutable Explorer in the showcase art as well. That's really pretty. Dang, nice box so far. And we still have 5 packs to go. I don't know that we've gotten too many of our Shocklands yet. As I say, summon one right away. A Hollowed Fountain in regular art, but foil from Adam Paquette. Beautiful. We have a Sodden Verdure Forest Island, so it is fetchable. Whenever this land enters wow, I can talk very well, apparently. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basics. Okay, nice. You have a Brigade's Command for your Kithkins out there. Ooh, a Lockmare. 2 mana 4/5 enters with 3 -1/-1s on it. 2 mana, remove a counter from it, draw a card. Remove 2 counters from it in 3 mana. Tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. Okay, not bad. And ooh, a foil special guest Manamorphose. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Pretty lovely. This is the I think all the special guests in this set are like paper cut art, kind of like the not Eldraine. One of the other, maybe it was Return to Eldraine, like book cutout cards that did very well as well. I know there's a possibility to get, I think Bloom Tender is probably the really most beautiful of the cards that you can get from these special guests, but Manamorphose, definitely playable, definitely up there. an Eclipsed Kithkin, an Eclipsed Boggart. Alright. End Blaze Epiphany. X damage a target creature. And when that creature dies this turn, exile any number of cards from the top of your library. Exile a number of cards equal to its power. And then choose a card exiled this way. You may play it until end of your next turn. Elemental Spectacle. Create a number of 5/5s equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. Then gain life equal to the number of creatures you control. Nice. Ooh, Wistfulness in full art, non-foil. 5 mana, 6/5. It has the Elemental Incarnation layout of Evoke, and if you play pay green when it enters, exile target artifact or enchantment and opponent controls. If it's blue, it's draw 2 and discard a card. Nice. Ooh, and Brigid in full art. We did see Brigid earlier, so I'm not going to flip the backside before we see a spoiler of what the next card is. Ooh, we're going to see that first. It's going to be Blood Crypt. We do have Brigid on the backside here. But we are going to focus on this Blood Crypt because that is a lovely, lovely hit. You got your Lorwyn side here on the front, and even darker on the back there in Shadowmoor. Ooh, baby. That is beautiful. Down to 3 packs left. And honestly, really solid box so far. I know I said it earlier, but if you're interested in any of these cards, including that Blood Crypt, anything else that you see here, jeffcomics.tcgplayerpro.com. These will all be listed soon enough, and you can support your local game store in a lovely, lovely way by purchasing singles there, purchasing sealed products, purchase these beautiful, beautiful. Wow, it's not even a special guest for Bloom Tender. Bloom Tender foil showcase cards even. They've errated this to have Vivid, which makes a lot of sense. For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. Absolutely stunning. It would be crazier if we got the Japanese art for it, because I do think that is one of the best arts in the set. Maybe outside of Chuck Lukic's art, because I'm quite biased there. But a foil showcase Bloom Tender nonetheless is absolutely fantastic. And seeing that going into Standard is sure to shake some stuff up. So that's awesome. Alrighty. We have ourselves the champion. A belonging. Okay. Creature enters. Create 3/1/1 shapeshifter creature tokens with changeling, with an encore of 8. Adept Water Shaper. Other tapped creatures you control have indestructible. Beautiful little card there. Ooh, we got ourselves the full art of Sig. Wanderwine Wisdom. Heck yeah. When it enters or transforms, target creature gains. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card until end of turn. And then first main, you can flip it. Ooh, we do have a Glenelyndra's Answer. But Sig, Wanderbrine Shield. Transforms, target creature you control gains protection from each color until your next turn. Beautiful. And of course we have Glenelyndra's Answer in foil here. Foil Showcase. Spell can't be countered, 4 mana. Counter all spells your opponents control and all abilities your opponents control. Create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying for each spell and ability countered this way. That is a very, very strong card there, for sure. And just like that, we're down to our last pack of collector boosters. This has been an outstanding box so far. I'm glad to have been able to share it with you. Again, if you like videos like this and want to see more, hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. Hit the little bell button there to get notifications for when the new videos come out, not only for this TCG, but for any others as well. We have ourselves a door in here. Ooh, an oft-nabbed goat. Great little card here. I'm going to love to see play in this. 2 mana, 0/5. 1 mana, draw a card, gain control of this creature, and put a -1/-1 counter on it. Only your opponents may activate this ability, and only as a sorcery. When it dies, if it had one or more -1/-1 counter arts on it, its owner draws that many cards, and each other player loses that much life. Nice little commander card for sure. We have ourselves a Marlin, Fey Ascendant as well. Great card that we saw in box 1 of our play boosters, so I'm not going to read the wall of text here. But I believe our last foil booster fun card is... Oh, nope, not foil yet, so we'll have one more still. But Bloodline Binding is also pretty good. Convoke, choose a creature type, return all creature cards of the chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield. Nice little card nonetheless. And our actual last card, we're going to get rid of the art card in the back here just to make sure. We have... Ooh, a Lorwyn. Imperfect Naturalist. When it enters mill 4, then you may put a creature or land from among the milled cards on top of your library. For 5 mana and a tap and discard a land card, create a 1/1 worm creature token for each land card in your graveyard. I mean, fantastic art, gotta say, by Evan Fong again. They've done some very, very nice art for this set, and this is definitely one of them. Yeah, I mean, fantastic little booster box here of collector boosters. We got beautiful Bloom Tender, beautiful Blood Crypt, a Brigid, a Wistfulness, the Foil Manamorphose, Hollowed Fountain, Bree. We got Eventide's Shadow, another Bree, an Ashling, another Brigid, this crazy Winnowing, and just like so many very, very playable cards, not only for Commander, but for many of the formats in Magic the Gathering. Again, thank you all so much. This has been for Jaff Comics, our collector booster box for Lorwyn Eclipsed. I hope you had a great time, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks again.